So in this video, you will discover the real reason social media isn't growing your consulting business. I'm Anthony.
I'm Ty.
And over the last 3 years, we've generated over $1 million with our coaching business. We help business owners sign dream clients through 15-minute solo podcasts without relying on social media.
So in this video, you'll discover the real reason social media isn't working to grow your consulting business,
a best alternative to building a personal brand that attracts clients without needing social media at all.
and finally, the single mindset shift that separates experts who struggle to get clients online from those who have a wait list. Let's get right into it. Here is why most experts online are following the crowd yet going nowhere. Imagine that you're in a new city and you're hungry, but you have no map. You don't know really what's what. There's lots of things going on, and you're basically this guy right here who is thinking food, but doesn't know where to look or where to start. You see the most obvious first choice restaurant in front of you with a line out of the door, right? Look at this big queue. It indicates that this must be the thing. This must be the way to go.
I mean, it must be good. Everyone's there. The line's massive. Tons of social proof. Therefore, hey, it must be good. I should go there.
Sounds about right. So you follow the crowd, you get in line, and you pick it, not because this was your most desired place to go in the whole city, Burger House, just because it was the most visible option. Now, here's the catch. Just down the alley, there was a health kitchen that was more up your street, because you're currently on a bit of a health kick, and you can see that the people are actually having a blast. Look at them clinking their glasses, sharing smiles and laughter together. But the main difference is this one's just a little bit more out of the way, and had you known it was there, maybe your life would be different.
Now, because you didn't know it was there, because it wasn't visible to you straight away, you went with the most visible option, which was the Burger House. That actually, if you're being honest, wasn't the healthiest option. It was just what was in front of you.
This is exactly what experts are doing when it comes to getting clients online. Except the Burger House is actually what?
The Burger House is social media. Most experts and consultants we speak to end up following the trend that everyone else is following the crowd, posting on Instagram, dancing on TikTok, posting on Facebook. Who posts on Facebook? And posting on LinkedIn, because that's the most obvious choice right in front of them. So they believe that the only way for them to get clients is by following what everyone else is doing as well, which is posting content consistently online with the goal of building authority and landing clients.
Now, it's worth bearing in mind something. Most experts, at least the ones that we know, the clients that we work with, consultants, experts out there, they're problem solvers by nature of even getting to the point where they're now an expert in something.
Here's the thing, you likely like figuring things out.
And so what tends to happen is experts, when it comes to marketing themselves and getting clients online, they apply that same I can figure it out mindset to social media, which is great because on one hand, you're committed to figuring things out, you give it your all, and you're a high performer, so you give it your best shot.
But the problem is you never stop to question whether or not social media is the best vehicle for you right now. Is this even the best vehicle for you in the first place to build authority and to land clients? You just see what everyone else is doing, chuck yourself in the deep end, and because you like to figure things out, you start trying to figure things out.
And that becomes a very, very slippery slope. Because with this mindset, you now have tunnel vision for social media as your vehicle to get clients.
Even though you genuinely don't like being on social media, you then start optimizing your strategy and your systems all around social media, which, may I remind you, you actually don't like social media.
Which now means that you're playing a game you hate because you thought it was the only option, because that was just the first thing you saw and the thing that you saw everyone else doing to get clients online. So you just thought, I must do that. And now you're in the game and you're really, really in it.
Which finally leads to you missing out on other opportunities and options that are out there that are way better suited for you. So look, no judgment here. Me and Ty, we made the exact same mistake when we started helping clients grow their businesses through podcasts.
That's right. Back when we started, back around 2021, we always thought that the podcast was something that you had to grow on social media. So it was like you grow your business through growing your podcast on social media, which now seems pretty backwards, right?
Completely backwards.
But that's what we thought you had to do. So we got clients to do the things that you've probably seen online already. Self-promotion, making short-form clips of their podcast.
Promoting all day and night to try and gain traction and become more visible online.
For little to no results. And it wasn't until we met a guy named Jake Ward who completely blew our reality and expectations out of the water.
You can say that again. And I mean, blew our reality out of the water. He grew his podcast to 300,000 monthly listens within 9 months of launching a brand new show.
But he did it without social media at all.
Or any big guest on his podcast.
In fact, he had a solo podcast and he wasn't on social media whatsoever, which was completely backwards of what we thought one had to do to promote themselves online and to grow a podcast and then grow a business at all. He had managed to get an audience size bigger than most dream of without doing the things that everyone thinks are just the necessity, the burger house in this situation.
Now, the process that Jake used in order to grow was very simple. He would make content.
Make content.
Make great content.
By himself.
By himself.
No guests.
0 guests. And then from there, he then uploaded it onto Apple and Spotify with specific keywords his audience would use to find his content.
Keyword? What's that?
Keywords are search terms that the audience you want to reach would use to find podcasts on your topic.
You mean like productivity, in the sense that someone might type in productivity on Apple Podcasts if they're looking for new podcasts about productivity.
100%. Or habits. These are search terms, again, that people would use when looking for shows on Apple and Spotify. He just found the right keywords that his audience would use to find podcasts like his, and he added that to his show. Pretty simple. And then from there, when people search those keywords, productivity, habits, his show would come up on top results, which meant he had a consistent flow of people organically finding his content when they were looking for the topic he covered.
But how many people are really searching these keywords?
Well, there are over 600 million monthly listeners, and the majority of them find new podcasts by searching on Apple and Spotify. Now, this is something that most experts and consultants are completely unaware of. And we were completely unaware that you could build authority, build an audience, and grow your business without posting on social media.
So, of course, we started to try this out with our own clients. Instead of getting them to post on social media to then grow their business, we instead just helped them rank their podcast on page 1 of Apple and Spotify through creating great content, using the right keywords, and then getting it featured when people are searching. For example, Bree, who's right here, a relationship coach who was struggling to get leads online, pretty much invisible, who was struggling to be visible online and therefore struggling to get leads, to then having our podcast rank on page 1 for the tens and hundreds of thousands of women every day searching for content around overcoming a narcissistic relationship. Bree's podcast, Heartbreak to Wholeness, showed up on the first page, and you can see what this did to, one, her audience size,
which was now growing month after month after month consistently.
And secondly, her lead generation and her ability to get clients online as an expert without relying on social media.
Without needing social media at all.
And this is when we realized the biggest breakthrough. Remember that burger house from before, i.e. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn? It turns out the health kitchen that not many people knew about, but those who did were loving it, was actually Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That's right, 4 experts, 4 consultants online as a way to build their personal brand and attract clients without even having to get in this long queue for this terrible food.
And we've seen other experts across multiple different niches use this strategy that most experts are completely unaware of to become authorities in their spaces. So for example, Becca here became an authority within the women's sobriety space, helping women live alcohol-free. She got her show visible, ranked on page 1 of Apple and Spotify, grew her audience month after month after month in a way that felt authentic to her, in a way where she could add context, add more depth, and wasn't confined by social media playing the game she hated. And due to this, she was able to land consistent clients through her show as well, and actually had her very first $10,000 month because of the content she was producing. So look, the reason why experts and consultants struggle to gain traction and grow their coaching business through social media is because they chose social media because it seemed like the most obvious choice in front of them. It was the only visible option they believed they had and could pick from.
Just like the burger house in that busy city, most people get in the queue whether or not that's actually the best choice for them or what they wanted the most, just because it's the first thing they see. But if more people knew about the health kitchen around the corner, then at least some of those people in the stand for the burger house would be much better off going to the health kitchen instead. They'd enjoy it more, they'd get more out of it, it would be a more productive move for them. And this is exactly what so many experts online are doing. They're going to the burger house, which in this case is social media, not knowing about the health kitchen around the corner, which is in this case the power of Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Now, what's huge about this is it doesn't matter if you have a podcast already or if you're just getting started, because you're able to build real authority, build a highly growing audience that are engaged, and turn them into clients because you're leveraging the power of Apple and Spotify, which allows you, like we've demonstrated in this video, to be found by the exact people who are searching or looking for your content. Think about how much easier that would be to gain traction that way compared to what you're currently doing online. So look, if you want to build an authentic personal brand that signs dream clients into your business without relying on social media promotions, being a dancing monkey online, but doing it in a way that feels authentic to you. And if you're interested in learning more about how this whole podcasting thing works for experts and consultants and how you can do the same, I'd recommend watching our full guide over here, somewhere on the screen, that breaks down exactly how you can accomplish that.